Welcome everyone to the final race of Season 1 of 2016 in the trucks, New Hampshire. We're almost done with qualifying. Not gonna qualify. Um, don't feel like it. So, we got a few minutes here before the start. I'll recap what happened this week. Starting with the NIS on Thursday night. Um, First race with the new package. It was at Phoenix. Didn't make second split. There were a lot of entries, so I was number 4 in third split. We qualified okay, or like 12th or something in qualifying, and we were just kind of right around top 10. And we had some hard racing. No contact with anybody though, really. A lot of cautions. And we ended up working our way up towards the front. Tried for the lead, but it was really hard to pass after like 5 laps on tires. So I didn't actually. No, I did lead 1 lap. I led 1 lap, but that lap's coming up later. And we started getting down to crunch time, and frequency of cautions was picking up. And I pitted, and a bunch of guys stayed out. And it was hard working through them, but we ended up getting back towards the front. We got up to 3rd. And on the final restart with like 9 to go. I didn't really have anything for the leaders, but they ended up taking each other out. And I thought I had the lead, but the caution came out just before I passed them. So I was in 2nd. And we had like a 4-lap shootout or something, maybe 5 laps. And everybody was upset with the leader for wrecking him. He'd hit like 2 or 3 cars already that race. So coming to get the white flag going into 3. I was gonna dive inside of him, but he brake checked way early for turn 3, and I hit him way before the corner. I got by him. Well, I didn't get by him initially. He like drifted into turn 3, saved it. I tapped him again because he was going so slow, and I had a guy right on me. Still didn't get by him. I got inside of him off of 4. And I'm pretty sure I beat him to the line, and I think that's where my 1 lap was. If I didn't beat him to the line, then I didn't lead a lap. But I cleared him in turns 1 and 2 on the final lap. No, second to last lap. I had that backwards. And of course, going into turn 3, he goes in there, slams me. I slide all the way up into the wall. Got a nice 4x out of that. Me hitting him was a 0x. Him hitting me was a 4x, and it like destroyed the front end of his car. I had no damage from hitting him, so I knocked me back to 3rd with no chance. They took the white flag, and then the 1 car. After the dude took me out, the 1 car got next to him and had him beat, coming off a 4 to the checkered flag. But the 1 guy like turned down a little bit, hooked him, and they both went up into the wall and slid backwards across the line. And he ended up winning by like 300ths of a second or something, and I got 3rd. So it wasn't too bad, I guess. And then yesterday I did the 12 hours of Sebring. First time doing an endurance race. Supposed to be on a team, but The one guy didn't show up, so I had to cover his shifts. So I ended up doing like 7 hours of the race. And we were quick. We were in line for second place finish, but towards the end of the race, fatigue set in, and I just dipped the right rear off the track and lost it into a tire barrier. So we had like 10 minutes of repairs. That dropped us to 14th by the end. So that's what's happened. No videos of any of those going up. I wasn't really in the mood to do them. I recorded the Phoenix race, but I didn't feel like uploading it because I didn't do much talking. So that's it. That's what leads us up here. Uh, 70 laps here. Yeah. We're just here to have fun. I don't really care what happens. I just don't want to wreck anybody. So next week we got full race at Auto Club, 200 laps. That'll be interesting. Have to see how that one plays out. Hopefully I record that and upload it. I don't know. It'll be a long race, so it'll take a while to upload. Then we get an off week. So the only thing coming up in the next 2 weeks is the Auto Club race. So I guess that means I should upload it. So here we go. Just keep it clean. Try not to hit anybody. The setup is awful, if anybody's wondering. It's absolutely terrible. Small field, so not a lot of trucks we gotta pass to get to the front. Everybody else probably out doing the week 13 stuff. Dropped it down to third gear there just to get it to turn. The setup's so bad. We've already lost one truck. I think that only leaves 10 trucks left. So. So, I don't know what the fuel situation is, but I doubt we'll need any. I guess we pit. I don't know. We'll see what everybody else does. Setups, I mean, it's terrible, but it's at least drivable for one corner on new tires. If they pit, I'll pit. If they stay out, I'll stay out. Oh, I changed my mind. I felt like staying out. We'll see what happens. I'll see what kind of pace these guys have on new tires when I'm on old tires early, so that I can get a better idea of what to do late in the race so I don't get screwed like last week. Alright, here we go. 10 laps down already. It is really hard to pass here, so just have to take our time with the faster guys. Make sure we don't hurt ourselves trying to pass them or take them out or anything like that. So right now it's looking like new tires didn't really gain them anything. Yeah, it looks like we're good on fuel. My caution guesses are gonna be low from what I said last week because I didn't expect there to only be like 10 cars that showed up. So Andy's finally gotten back to second, though we've pulled about 2 seconds on him. Well, there's not much to say right now. Truck's still handling just as bad as it was when we started. I guess I can point out that the race line is obviously not realistic. And there's probably a bunch of factors as to why, but not too worried about it right now. This was my first, this is where I had my first official NASCAR race last year, and I did, in my practices, I was following the line they run in real life, and then I got into a race and got a rude awakening to, you know, that's obviously not right. Now get the power down right there. Looks like we might have lost David there. He disappeared right after I passed him. There he goes. Oops. Well, I'll be interested to see if anybody pits. I don't know if they will or not. If they pit, I guess I'll pit. But there's no need to pit for fuel. It would just be pitting for tires. I think, yeah. there's halfway already. Oh, looks like Andy lost it. He was starting to struggle. He had better tires than we did. And he was closing us ever so slightly. I think he finally just hit that wall where other tires really just give up. It's getting really loose on exit now if you don't hit the line perfectly. And it's still horrible the rest of the time. I wouldn't have run this race if I didn't have to. But we had like 39 points. Well, actually, I guess I didn't have to. I don't know. It's weird how the drop week system works. If you look at it just straight up, I had to show up. Because I only had 39 points on Daniel, and if he would have like won, that's 43 points for him. 0 for me. So I'd lose by 4. But I don't think that's how that actually would have worked out. I didn't think about it until just now. Because one of my drop weeks is Iowa, because I didn't show up. And my other drop week is Daytona, where I finished 6th. Whatever that point amount is, like 38 or something. So if I wouldn't have shown up here, this would have been my second drop week instead of Daytona, so I would have got the 38 points from Daytona. Okay, so yeah, I didn't really have to show up. So Andy's come back out on new tires. We'll let him go when he gets to us. No need to fight him. Probably get to us this time. He was only a lap down. Maybe he pitted to get tires. I don't know. Not sure pitting is the right move. I thought he just spun out or something. And the tires have kind of leveled out as far as lap times for me. Like at a low 33 or a high 32. And on new tires I can do a 31.3 for one lap. And then it's like a 31.7 after that, so for the first couple laps he's going to be making up about a second a lap. After that, I mean, once he gets 15 laps in or so, he'll be running the same lap time as I am. And he's more than 15 seconds behind, so. I guess what he needs is probably a caution soon, because then he might be able to stay out. But if he doesn't get it soon, then he's going to have a lot of tire wear. So then he'll probably have to pit, at least for 2 tires. Alright, 20 laps left. Yeah, I know this hasn't been the most exciting race, but I thought I had to do it, so. Well, at least we're running consistent. It's just consistently slow. Consistently miserable to drive. It's so bad. I don't know, maybe that's just hangover from yesterday. Our car was so fast. If that other guy would have showed up like he was supposed to, going down to cover for him. He's 7 hours behind the wheel is a lot, especially on 5 hours of sleep. And I just dipped the wheel off the track, and it hooked me. I mean, I was pushing really hard because we were in second, and we were a lap down to the leaders. But they had to pit 2 more times, and we only had to pit once. So I was pushing really hard to make up as much time as possible. So, I could be as close as possible to them if they pitted again. Or when they pitted again. And see if I could, you know, if they came out close enough, if I could try and race them for the win at the end of the race. But yeah, I messed up once. It was like my 200th lap at Sebring. So it was a long day, and it sucks that we didn't get at least a second place out of our run, but was my first time doing an endurance race. First time driving the car. First time driving Sebring. Yeah, Andy's never gonna catch us. He's only 6 seconds ahead. And there's like 15 to go. I mean, I can still see him, so. Still got over half a track on him. And he's got to get through traffic. Well, looks like we got a good chance at finishing this one under green, especially with only 9 people out there racing. Looks like me, Stuart, and Daniel are the only guys that haven't pitted or something. And it's the right strategy if you've got enough pace on long runs just to stay out. This is not like the Las Vegas race where I thought the race was 10 laps shorter than it was. This race actually is only 70 laps. So me and Stuart, I think, I know we're both on the original tires that we started the race with. I don't know about Daniel. I think he pitted. Yeah, he pitted because he was just in front of us when that caution came out, I think. So he's got 10 lap pressure tires, and me and Stuart. Well, 10 laps left, 5 minutes basically. No mistakes, and we should win our last race here. And we're already champion, so especially after the whip. After I just realized that if I did somehow manage to get 0 points out of this race, Daytona would count then, and that's 38 points. So yeah, I think we had this championship locked up long time ago, probably. Well, probably not a long time ago, but probably last week before the race, I guess. I think if I showed up last week, I locked the title up, because that would have got me like 20 something points just for that race. Andy's now just 10 seconds ahead of us, which means like 23 or so behind us. Car's hitting an all-time low on handling right now. At the start of the race, on new tires, the handling on a scale of 1 to 10 was about a 1. On a scale of 1 to 10 now, negative 25-ish, right around there. It's so bad. Well, so to close out these last 5 laps, we're gonna be 11 of, no, sorry, that's wrong. 9 of 10. Yeah. 9 out of 10 on the year, that's not bad, that's an A minus. 9 wins and 10 starts. Officially. Although we didn't win Daytona, so. And we didn't show up for Iowa. So if you count the whole season, all 12 races, we went 9 of 12. That's still pretty good. Not sure when I'll race with these guys again. I'll have to see what schedule they come out with. And I'll just show up for races that I feel like doing and tracks that I enjoy. Charlotte's not one of them. This one's not one of them, unless the setup changes. Super Speedways are not one of them. If I have the road course, I'll probably show up for that, because I like road course racing in the stock cars. It's so much fun. They handle a lot better than you might expect on road courses, considering they're built for turning left most of the time. I like them because they turn okay, but they've got like no rear grip. There's no driver aids, so you really have to manhandle the car around a road course, and that's a lot of fun. Maybe not so much the trucks, but at least the cup cars, you know, a little bit more power. Well, not a little bit more power, a lot more power. So, here we are, white flag. Final lap of season 1 of 2016. Final lap of our one and only full season. Just tag the wall there just for good measure. And last time here through 3 and 4. Just make sure I don't spin out or do anything stupid. And there we go. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the last couple weeks that I've been doing these videos. Yeah, it'll just be NIS I guess from now on. Thanks, Stuart. Good racing, everybody else. Had a good time. And I'll see everyone. Oops, accidentally muted my mic. Whatever. So, yep, that's it. So, that was a short race, only like 45 minutes. Here we go. Yeah, whatever, that's good enough. Unlucky win 13, I think. So, there we are. A little bit of right rear damage. You know, whatever. Not the most exciting way to end the season, but you know what? I had fun. So, yep. Not much else to... Not sure what else... If there is anything else here. Yeah, so I hope everybody enjoyed. Yeah, so like I said, well, I'll just be doing NIS basically from here out. Yeah, thanks, Stuart. So, yeah, I'll just be doing NIS really from here on out. And I'm gonna work on trying to figure out streaming. Probably soon. I think it'll be better now that you can use DX11. I'm starting to think maybe that was why I was at least having quality problems. But yeah, I'll play around with it. I definitely won't be doing it this week or well, probably the next couple races. Honestly, it's not really high on my list of things to do right now. So I guess yeah, we'll just wrap it up here. Champions, our 9th win of the season. One race shy of a clean sweep, but you know what? It's hard to complain about 9 wins. So yeah, we'll move on. Focus on Cup now. Work on getting our rating up. Getting in the second split, and then hopefully maybe get into top split eventually. I don't know if I've got enough pace to do that, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got 33 races left. No, 32 races left. Because yeah, we did Daytona, we did Atlanta, Vegas, and then we just did Phoenix this week. So 32 races left this season. I should be able to show up for every single one. I looked at the schedule. Oh, excuse me. I looked at my schedule and compared it to the NIS schedule, and most of them I'll just be doing Thursday night races, but there's some of them for me to run them. I'll have to run the Sunday night race, but you know I should be able to run all the remaining races. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Like I said, Phoenix won't be going up. I didn't really talk much. I didn't feel like it, and the car was a handful, and there was some bad blood going on that I don't really want to talk about. So I'll see everyone in the next one. Hope you enjoyed.